India played quite the perfect test match at Trent Bridge, and India needed to. Remember, India came there after that terrible defeat at Lord's. You were 2-0 down. Effectively, you'd been bowled out twice in a day, and 5-0 was looming, if not on the horizon, in some people's minds. You're going abroad. It's very, very difficult to be 2-0 down. India didn't just need to win at Trent Bridge. India needed to win resoundingly, just to remind themselves why at heart they're a good side, why it was almost 50-50, I thought in my mind before the series started, but also to plant a doubt in the England side, thinking, oh my God, these people are actually far better than they've played in the first two games. And that's why I said India played the perfect test match in Trent Bridge. Going into the fourth test, India's full of confidence. England are aware of what is possible. Why was it the perfect test? Let's go down the batting order. When was the last time India's openers gave you two 50-plus partnerships? In England, you get two 50-plus partnerships, you drag that on to 300, suddenly the odds of losing vanish and the odds of changing or winning start to rise. Two 300-plus scores, suddenly the bowlers had something in the bank. I thought Pujara and Rahane were big pluses. There was something in Pujara's mind, but adjusting that long innings, that 72 there, will convince Pujara once again that he's back where he belongs. And you could already see Rahane's 81 was having an effect in the way he batted in the second innings. I keep saying either side of Kohli, you need a little bit of cushion, and India got that cushion once in each innings, but India have got that cushion now going ahead. Rishabh Pant, what about that first shot? It just showed that he's not worried about where he is, but he'll go into the 7 test matches, he'll go into the next test match full of belief. That second innings dismissal will worry a little bit, but I mean, he's just a young man. He's only going to learn and he's only going to get better. I thought two of the biggest pluses for India were Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah. There's something about Pandya, he bats at number 6. He's not scored a lot of runs, those averages are not great, but he's going into this test match, other than Kohli, had scored more runs than anybody else, but he looked like he wanted to hang in there. There's something about Hardik Pandya, that things happen when he is around. And that spell where he picked up 5 wickets, suddenly India found that outswing bowler that Sanjay Manjrekar and some of the others have been talking about. Where is your outswing bowler? And what did we think we had in Pandya? We had someone who just believed in banging the ball back for length and saying, right, I'm going to bounce you. All of a sudden we found an outswing bowler, or someone who can bowl outswing. That was a big plus from Pandya. And Jasprit Bumrah, suddenly you found someone who could bounce an opposition batsman. Bumrah was bowling consistently above 140, and that is an uncomfortable speed for everybody. Whether he takes a new ball or no, that's fine. So Bumrah, big plus. I thought Ishant, big plus too. He tails away when he's bowling to the right-handers than when he's bowling to the left-handers. But he's giving you the new ball, he's giving you the overs, he's not conceding runs. So you see, right down that batting order, India had pluses. Have I forgotten a couple of names? Ashwin played with an injury and he gave his captain all those overs. And I think he'll be much better when he gets into Southampton. But Virat Kohli was on a different planet. 97 and 103. The openers gave you 50-60. Virat Kohli ensured you got 300. When the captain is playing well, he's the kind of captain who demands performance. He stands up there and says, right, I want performance. And when he is scoring runs, it's far easier to demand performance. So India looking good. What about England? All along, England had to find a partner for Cook. And now the whispers are growing louder. They're backing Cook, they're backing Jennings, among other reasons, because they actually don't have anyone to replace them. There's nobody breaking the door down. There's nobody knocking on the door saying, come look at me. They have to stay with these two. You'll have two nervous openers going out to bat in the fourth test match. I've worried a little bit about Joe Root. His body language suggests that he's a little defensive, that he's a little short on belief. There's word going around in England that maybe he doesn't have the same captaincy effect on his senior bowlers that he had, that say a Kohli has on his bowlers. So Root has a few issues there as well. But don't forget, in Anderson, in Broad, in Vokes, I don't know if Curran will come back, they have genuine world-class bowlers. Ben Stokes and Josh Butler showed they can bat in there. If Bairstow comes back, they have another in-form batsman. So while England have more issues than India, it's pertinent to remember that this was a side that was 2-0 up, and there was a reason they were 2-0 up. In T20 cricket, out of the 160 minutes allowed, you can lose the game for 140 minutes and still win the match. In Test cricket, the better team always wins the test match. You can't say, you know what, we were better than them but we lost. No, that doesn't hold true in test match cricket. England were 2-0 up because England were the better side going in, and India have just pulled one back. So we need to exercise caution before we start blowing the trumpets and talking about 3-2. 2-1, if India can make it 2-2, then almost like in a five-setter, where if you lose the first two but win the next two, you're now favourite to win the fifth. So 2-2, let's wait and see. I think India going in with a very positive frame of mind. England with a few worries. It's still 2-1 to England though. I think India can make it 2-2, but we'll wait and see.